What's going on? Judd Burdon here with Asphalt Kingdom, right here at the National Pavement Expo 2023 in Charlotte, North Carolina. We are here at the Charlotte Convention Center, and we've got all kinds of exhibitors that are right here behind me with their equipment in their booths, and they are ready to show it off. Most importantly, though, we have the communities that are here, and the people that are coming together are extraordinary. We've got the AK Roundtable group, who we meet every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Everybody gets together right here, and everybody's giving hugs, handshakes, and let me tell you, as these communities continue to build, we continue to improve the industry, making it more attractive for hires, as well as for facility managers, property managers, and so on that are your customers. Let's go ahead and let's see you on the inside right here at the exhibit hall. Let me tell you, I'm excited. It's about to heat up in here. I'm here with Mr. Jake Abernathy, the doc himself from Dr. Asphalt.
See you, my guy.
Good to see you too, brother. We just had a fantastic lunch, by the way. Thank you for the spot. It was delicious.
Yeah.
It's really, the industry is an interesting place, obviously, as we're watching it do its change. We've seen in the past how it was very, very independent, and it was kind of everybody fend for themselves. But it seems more now that there's this community that continues to develop, that forges these alliances to help grow and build the industry. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's been for you and being able to have relationships to grow your business?
Yeah, so when we started off, I think we didn't really know anybody until we came to the first NPE. And that's when I met Brian. I don't know if I met you there, but I met a lot of the people that I follow now and I'm close with. And a lot of what we've learned has come from just asking other people in the industry, people that have been there, done that, and are further along in their path than we are. So the family aspect of it is why I'm here and why I want my team to come experience this. Not so much the equipment and the classes, but to meet everybody that I'm close with and learn from them. That's what it's about for me.
What are some of the things that you're implementing this 2023 to maybe fine-tune your business?
We're implementing EOS, kind of a business operating, process to hone that in. Another thing is meetings, just focusing a lot more on building the team rather than what equipment we can buy. Just focusing on the team instead of everything else.
It's awesome, man. Continue to build the team, the culture, and get
culture,
belief and conviction in the mission. And you also mentioned something about you're not just shooting for, exponential hyper growth on your revenue, but you're also looking at your bottom line as well.
Yeah, we've always just focused on how much we can sell, and this year we're kind of going to focus more on the bottom line and how much we can make instead of just sell.
It's awesome. It's awesome, because at the end of the day, we're in business to make money, right? And so if we're growing on the top line, and you've got a bunch of great equipment and you've got great staff, but as the owner who's in the business after many years isn't walking away with good cash, then it kind of can be demotivating. So the key is to get yourself rich at the same time that everybody else is getting rich, man.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited for you this year. If there's one thing that you'd like to take away from the National Pavement Expo here in Charlotte for 2023, what would that be? One takeaway.
For me, it's pretty specific, solid job costing method. So I think I'll find that with the people here instead of the class, but we'll see. That's what I'm looking for.
So one of the things that we just recently developed in AK, I don't know if you know that we launched this, but we actually programmed a whole job costing module for all the different services in the pavement asset management world. So I will send you that link.
There we go, found it already.
Yeah, and if you guys want that link, feel free to go ahead and PM us, DM us, reach out to us on our toll-free line. We'll be happy to share that link with you too. But yeah, job costing, if you don't know your true job cost, then how can you truly price something that you know is going to be profitable for you, right?
Right, absolutely.
Cool. Well, you heard of Dog Asphalt in the house. We've got Jake Abernathy, not only an incredible leader and business owner that's continuing to develop his business, but also an incredible brother from another mother. I'm super excited to be here with my family. Usually I say clients or friends, but these are family. Chris and Allie Bishop, Precision Asphalt Sealers out of Wisconsin, and they are absolutely growing at a rapid pace, and I am super excited to be here because I remember doing an interview with you guys back in 2019. 20?
Yeah.
Oh, it was 20, right before the pandemic.
Yes.
And I remember that like yesterday. By the way, if you do want to see that interview, click on that link down there below and you'll be able to see that interview. I got to give that plug, right? But guys, I am super stoked to be here. I know that we got to spend some great time together, some really good quality time last time you were down in Anguilla, and to be here with friends, even Jason Castle over there from Black Castle on the side right here. Come on over here, come say hello. Come say hello. Jump on in. You know, I think, you know, the message that I just would like to speak about a little bit here is the community. And, you know, we're just speaking with Jake at Dr. Asphalt, speaking about how, you know, equipment is equipment, but it's really just a byproduct. It's something that you use to be able to unfold something that you originally had talked about to solve problems you give value about, right? But the reality of it is, it's about the people, it's about the community, it's about the heart and soul that allows you to build, grow, and develop the business and relationships. And so I want to talk a little bit about that for you guys, what it's like for you to be a part of the community and to be a part of people that, you know, that are the right energy for you guys, and to talk a little bit about that and what that's like for Precision.
Without anybody, we wouldn't be where we're at together. Either your YouTube, your everything I've learned off Judd and his programs. We work with Dr. Asphalt out of Madison, Wisconsin. They do all our asphalt repair. Without Jake and his company, we would not be able to expand into the asphalt repair industry.
What about you, Allie?
Well, I think there's two different sides to community because we do have our business, but we also have the community in which we represent and our clients that we serve, and then also the networking with other businesses. So I think all of those things together have to happen in order to be successful.
For me, getting started in the beginning was a new venture, trying to learn this side of the business because I've never done it before. And after getting into it and learning how to do it and building connections with other people who's in the business, like Precision Testing and Asphalt Kingdom, getting the right equipment, of course, has been key. And you know, I'm still new to it, but I'm learning a lot and building connections with the right people, and still have a long way to go, but I'm getting there. And I look forward to what the future has in store for me.
Cool. Question for everybody. One question. I'm going to go around the board. Why are you here at the National Pavement Expo? Straight up, why are you here?
Connections, keeping that brotherhood of everybody that we do know, keeping that that network, and if there's ever a question you ever need, these people all around us, you literally can pick up the phone and ask them for a question, and without everybody here, there really wouldn't be where we're at today, because everyone's here has helped us in one way or another.
I actually said it in a Zoom call. I am always here to learn about the new technologies and equipment that are coming out because the industry is ever changing. So I'm here to learn about the new things that are happening.
Awesome. Why are you here, Jason?
Really, for me, I wanted to come and see the new innovation of equipment, and you know, and also learn about equipment that I haven't seen before. get familiar. So when I do take my next step, I'll know how to make the step correctly with the right equipment.
So I think that the real reason why I'm here is because of all of the people that have created this magnificent industry that continues to thrive even during pandemics and recessions and everything else. We are here at the National Pavement Expo 2023 right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you so much for the time, guys, and much love and respect. Here we are. We're here at the NPE 2023, man. So good to see you, brother.
Nice to see you, man.
Cool. Man, you've had a kicking year. You've gone through a lot of traveling as well. You've been amping up, all kinds of great progress. What's going on? What's going on with Surface Solutions out of Maryland, brother?
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, Surface Solutions is, ramping up every year. Our revenue has continued to grow year over year. And I think, this is a year that we're going to continue to see growth. But I think our biggest project for this year is not only having the company continue to grow, but putting the processes in place and kind of starting to move some of the things off my plate. We've scaled the company to a certain point, but it's also gotten to a point that if I don't continue to start to put some processes in place in order to put some of the projects on other people's plates and get things off my plate, we're kind of at that level that we're not going to scale any farther without moving some of that stuff along. So I think our biggest goal for this year is to try to diversify the company as far as putting some things on different plates and different people to allow me to kind of run the overall picture and scale the company to the next level.
24 years old, full paving asset management company, like literally, and thriving. You're growing, you've got cash, you've got assets, you've got team, you've got culture. You're on the board at top contractor school, 24 years old. What would you say is what was the key factor that allowed you to that gave you that mindset of going after something that's different than the average person who has experienced 24 years of their life?
For sure. I don't think there was any one thing that really got me to do what I'm doing. I started a Sealcoating company in high school that all just came from a job I had originally. The guy decided to go back to corporate America, and that's kind of where that was born. And there was no plan for that to grow into what it grew in today. I had 100% had a plan to go to school for sales and marketing, and I went to college and it just didn't work out for me. So then it was figuring out what the next thing was, and I just happened to create some relationships in the industry in order to get me the help I needed to get started. And so that's kind of how everything steamrolled from there. And we've had very, very good success and growth. But we've also gotten to the point, as growth goes, everybody has problems. And we had to make a decision, look, hey, could we take this to $5, $6, $7 million next year? Certainly we can. But is that what we want to do? Because look, if you have problems at $3 million and you don't fix them, you go to $6 million, now you have double the problems, right? And so we sat down and we said, look, we're going to have growth this year. Are we going to have the growth that we had last year? No, but I'm fine with that because we're going to spend this whole year to have growth, but also put the systems and processes in place to create the culture, create the processes to have a solid foundation and an organization of people that are looking to go to the next level. Once we build that family, build that organization, and build all those processes and systems, then next year we can regroup and take it to the moon because we have all the pieces of the puzzle. It's just time to put it together and then make everything happen.
I do have a question, Chris.
Yeah.
Why are you here at the National Pavement Expo in Charlotte?
That's an interesting question you ask. And so I was having that conversation the other day. Somebody was like, you've been every year. Why are you going again? And I think at the end of the day, relationships is something that has changed my life. If it wasn't for the relationships that I found and the people that connected me to other people, I literally would not have what I have today. And so I think it is, it's my duty and my responsibility not only to nurture those relationships and continue to keep those relationships, but go find the next person that I can create a relationship with, that I can help them with what people did for me. Because at the end of the day, if you don't pay it forward, you're not doing anybody any good. And so I think it's just continuing to nurture the relationships that I have, continuing to, give everybody the hugs, the fist bumps, have the conversations, see how they can help me, see how I can help them, but then also find that next person that you can help scale their self and their business, help them get set up and help them get their family and organization to the next level.
Right here with my brother, Daniel Goode.
Judd!
So good to be here with you, bro.
I appreciate it, dude.
Hey, listen, what were you just saying about changing lives? You just said something about changing lives.
Dude, we're looking to change lives quickly. Fast.
Good, because we only have a certain amount of life left, right? And we got to make it intense. We got to be obsessed with being able to help people. And as a token of my appreciation, because this man right here has given me more perspective on life after several conversations I had in Pittsburgh in June. Was it June or July?
Right.
June?
That's
July?
right. June.
I now want to show this token of appreciation to Mr. Daniel Goode. It is one and only the Nasty Goode for Daniel Goode himself. You got the yellow and black to match the one team right here, and that's for you, brother.
That's awesome, Judd. Hey, I'm the nastiest Goode there is.
Bro, listen.
Dude, I appreciate it, man. This is awesome.
Listen, you're talking about changing lives, so I want to hear a little bit about one team. Tell me about one team.
So what we're doing here it's a collaboration between Top Contractor School and some of the members of Top Contractor School, kind of collaboration with the Pavement Group. When we think about the network of contractors, the Pavement Group is striving to take their network of contractors and the network of contractors specifically in the paving business and create that one team, that one unity. Are we different brands? Yes, we're different brands. Are we from Oregon and DC and Florida and Boston? Absolutely. But what are we? We're one team striving towards the one same goal. So that's what it's about. I could literally sit here all afternoon and talk to you about it, Judd, but we're one team.
You want to know? You want to know something?
Tell me.
Dude, you don't have to talk to me about it. I can feel it, man. I can feel it. Everybody out here, look, you can see all the people. They're all one team as well. And I think that's what we need in this industry, bro.
It's a collaboration. It's the collaboration of community. Like you think about the normal, like general contractor, subcontractor, it's not like this. This is different. This is one team. This is one community. The collaboration, like I said, between the network of contractors that work for the Pavement Group, the network of asphalt contractors that are members in TCS, we're looking to build that one team. My man.
Beautiful. Hey, so proud of you, man. So proud of you. It's so good to see you. I just saw my man over there. I was like, yo, listen, get over here, that good fella. Anyway, listen, man, wear that proudly whenever you want to wear it. I know we don't want to get the hair. You can't get the hair messed up, but everybody, we're right here, Charlotte, North Carolina, National Pavement Expo 2023 with Mr. Daniel Goode himself.
The nasty is good.
Yeah, boy. What's going on, everybody? Judd Burdon here with Asphalt Kingdom, and I am here with my brother from another mother. Actually, that's what I'm saying, brother from another mother, just because, I actually feel like we've developed a relationship over the last little bit that has forged into something really, really cool.
Yeah.
And we're here at the National Pavement Expo in Charlotte, North Carolina right now, sucking on Werthers, getting Blacktop Banter merch, and thinking back to rewind. To the first time that I met you in was it Cleveland?
We were in Nashville.
It was Nashville. Remember that?
The first memorable experience for you was Cleveland. The first memorable experience for me was Nashville 2017, right? Because what I wanted to do, what I felt like I should be doing, was make videos, right, and create content highlighting our industry. There was only really one other person who had done something similar to that in our industry at that time, and that was you, right? So I remember seeing you there at 2017 being like, oh, there's Judd, right? Go up, shake hands. I'm like, hey, yeah, I watch your videos now. You're like, cool, thanks for the support. Sky's the limit. Okay. Next, right? We get 1 year. I do my thing, start making videos, creating the Facebook groups, and trying to connect everybody, create community, really to help educate myself. In 2018, we're in Cleveland, and we just started killing it, like our whole industry did.
But hold back for 1 second. So I remember seeing you on the floor. We're on the floor.
In Cleveland?
In Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I think you think it's Nashville. I think it's Cleveland. And wherever it was, there was this guy, Marvin Joles, who I had seen on YouTube. And I had seen some of the videos get started. And I was like, man, this is really interesting because if you actually, if we go back to that time, there was nobody else doing this.
No.
And we were it was the pioneering of bringing things to the digital world that were educational, and in some cases not always the right thing. It was wrong thing sometimes, but we were giving it a really solid try and effort to bring the attention to the industry.
Right. Yeah, I think those early years, right, we were doing something that had never been done before. And during that time, you don't really, you know, when you're on camera or you're creating a piece of content when you're starting out initially, you're just trying to somewhat mimic and get through it because you know that you should do it. You're either mimicking what you've seen or emulate what you've seen or do whatever, and it takes a while before you become your genuine self on camera and in content. When that starts to happen, that's when the magic happened. So I did emulate my mentors from the green industry, landscape and lawn care industry, and then once I started to find myself and my character traits about me genuinely as a human being, I started to let those kind of go in the content and flow through the content. It's scary to do that because you're like, man, if they don't like this content, it's almost like they don't like me, right? Yeah. But if they do like the content, then you're like, oh, man, they like me, and they like what we do. The main thing we always wanted to do, and you and I talk about, is making sure we bring the correct attention to the industry, and that it makes us feel good as people when we create that content, right?
So one wish that you would like to see unfold, one thing that you really would love to see unfold in our industry in the next 12 months?
Ooh.
For next NPE, because as we roll this clip out for 2024 in Tampa, the National Pavement Expo, let's play it. So one thing that you wish
so
for our industry.
So here's the thing. It's not just me here, right? Now, you and I were those two guys kind of at the beginning, and then I took the lead as an influencer outside of any kind of brand. I didn't have Blacktop Banter or anything at that point, and that became a contractor within the community doing these things. It's been a long road. Like that was a while ago, man, and that's a lot of content. There's probably we have millions and millions of views, hundreds of thousands of followers, thousands and thousands of pieces of content. It's been a long game and a lot of steady pressure. And as we alluded to earlier, it took a lot from me to make it from there to here. But you know, I hate to say paving the way because that gets used a lot in our industry.
Sure.
But this NPE, the social media classes that are being held aren't held by me. I'm not that guy. We have young kids that are teaching these classes. We have 4 other content creators within Blacktop Banter besides myself now, right?
Yep.
We're going to be there. The content creators are going to be there. We're going to do it. What would make it easier is, and it's leaning this way, is if the brands, the suppliers, the manufacturers, all these larger entities within our industry would have faith in companies like Blacktop Banter, influencers, and people like the creators at Blacktop Banter, and give us a chance, give us a shot. Let us see what we can do with your help and see how we can help you on your end. I have a feeling that it would be a better result than anybody could ever imagine, and that's what I would hope for. I would hope that some of these larger companies free up a little bit.
I am here with Matt Phillips from Southern Utah Sealcoating, and you're from Cedar City,
City, Utah. Yep.
Right
Just
on.
About an hour and a half north of Las Vegas.
Right on, man. So you came up for the rain in Charlotte.
Left snow to come to the rain. Yep.
Cool, man. It's good to be here with you, brother.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by, too. I'm super, super excited to be able to share content like this because at the end of the day, if we can help somebody build a awesome future, that's something we're always looking towards doing.
Right.
And so I appreciate that. So you stopped and we had a quick chat, and you said that 13 years ago you started a business. Is that right?
Yeah, it was about 13 years ago. I own a property management company. I needed some seal coating done. Never even looked into it, and could not find anybody to do it. So I went on to YouTube University and found Asphalt Kingdom. Ended up ordering a tank, 2 skids of sealer, a couple brooms, and I think a Rhino crack machine.
Yeah.
And here I am later. 13 years later, I have a 1,000-gallon tank, a 750 tank, and a 500 tank, and 2 box trucks, and more equipment than I know what to do with. So.
Wow, man! Congratulations. What would you say was the turning point when you decided that you were going to, really, really go into this business? What was that turning point?
Honestly, the money and the margins, making the money. The given quality, but also getting a higher return.
And so you were happy with the margins that you were getting?
Oh yeah.
Still?
Yeah, still. I think 60% margins. So
pretty
and given
awesome.
Quality, trying to just provide a quality product and service for somebody.
So what is Southern Utah Sealcoating like? What do you stand for with your business? What makes you different than another company?
So I actually pride myself on not getting seal coat on cement. In fact, my guys, they hear it all the time. You lose your Christmas bonus if they walk on cement. So if I see feet print, I get. That's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
But just quality, making sure my customer will call me back the next year, next season. So I've been through a cycle, and so I am getting repeat customers about every 3 to 5 years. Yeah. So that's what I look for.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible. And you have a team of people that are working with you?
So I have a business partner, and we run about between 5 to 6 guys per season. And I am in a cold season, so when snow flies, my guys find other work, and we just do that.
And come back in the spring hard.
Come back in the spring and start sealing. Yeah, I think last year we did about 65,000 gallons of seal coat. So
wow, that's a lot of seal coat, a lot of commercial work, right?
Commercial and residential. Yep.
And residential. 65,000 gallons of seal coat. That's a lot of seal coat. For those of you that are just starting out in the industry, to give you an idea, like if you have a 5,000 gallon bulk tank, you're talking about 13. Is that what it is? 13.
It's an 8,000 gallon tank.
You have an 8,000 gallon
Yep.
tank. Wow, fantastic. That's incredible, Matt. Mr. Brian Hess, good to be here with you, brother.
Good to be here with you, man.
We are sitting here at the One Team booth, right? There's Top Contractor School in the background. We've got the Pavement Group on the background over there. And then there's the One Team on the shirt. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how that all came to fruition?
Yeah, so a few months back, man, we were talking about, just the network of contractors and the community of contractors that we're surrounded by. And we didn't like the terminology that we were using around that, whether it be certified partners or subcontractors. And consistently, we always just said, we're on the same team. We want to value people and be able to, give back to those contractors that do so much for us. And we came up with this idea of just brand it as one team, and so that people that support us and support our mission and support what we're doing, genuinely feel part of the team. So to call them team members. They are cultural employees of everything that we do. When we partner with contractors locally, they do become part of our team, and so that's where the whole idea came from.
For the people watching right now, I know there's going to be somebody watching right now that may be considering starting a business on their own, and might be a little bit fearful of that, which you can completely understand, because of course starting something that is brand new and maybe coming from a job or being laid off as, you might worked as a tech in a company, a software company, or wherever you are. I know there's a lot of layoffs taking place right now, and people are looking for new opportunities. For somebody that might be looking right now and on the edge of starting their own business, what would be your best advice to somebody that's watching?
Man, I would first say it wasn't that long ago that I had that same fear. It was less than 5 years ago I was in that position myself, and it's crazy to think about, right? And I would say the sooner you do it, the faster you're going to learn. Take calculated risks, don't be reckless, but man, take the leap, believe in yourself, dream big, and surround yourself with the right people, dude. And if you get the right information and you have the right people that will continue to encourage you and motivate you and inspire you when you need it, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And I think that too often people try to fit into the mold of whatever their family has done. For me, there wasn't a lot of entrepreneurship going on around me, so it was extra scary to me because I wasn't familiar with it. I didn't even know how to register a business to get a tax ID number, right? But once you figure that stuff out, man, it's awesome to be able to build your own dream, from the inside out. And whatever you dream, you absolutely can achieve. And there's a lot of people in this world that will tell you the opposite because they want to keep you safe, but you never want to be the person that dies with those dreams inside of you, man. So take the jump, surround yourself with the right people, and put in the work, man, and the rest will take care of itself.
Mr. Keith Callaway, what a journey it's been over the last how many years since we've been born?
Yeah, 38 for me.
Yeah, 43 for me.
Yeah.
Dude, listen. Okay, so let's dive into this. So we were just speaking about, before we were interrupted by the intercom, we were speaking about something really, really important, right? Like last time we were together at the National Pavement Expo, we were in Nashville, Tennessee, and of course we were enjoying the music, live music, and all the great things that were going on at that National Pavement Expo in Nashville, Tennessee. And then, of course, we had a conversation about people.
Yeah, we absolutely did. And between then and now, people have been separated in isolation and all the reasons, but COVID hit, and now we're all kind of coming back. Like, people are starting to connect again.
Dude, so I remember what it was like to leave Nashville and go home, and all of a sudden the news started spitting out things that were related to, like, COVID.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of in a place where it was like unknown, full of fear, and ultimately feeling isolated and alone, right?
Yep.
And so in that very moment, because you guys own a very beautiful large company, K&L Industries out of Oregon,
yep.
And let me tell you, a beautiful company. You got to see the culture on the inside of that company. Follow their company everywhere: Instagram,
Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, whatever.
All over. And let me tell you, this beautiful company, all of a sudden, you're hit with the pandemic and this uncertainty. What was it like for you in that very moment when you knew that things were locking down, closing down, and isolation was taking place?
Yeah, so, I mean, fear. First off, everybody's scared. Nobody knows what's going on. There's these reports out of other places of the world that we don't understand. Talk about truth versus lies, what was kind of portrayed and what it really was. Like, we didn't know if walking down the street people would fall over dead, or if it was like you'd get a cough and get sick. Like, that was the extremes of what we were experiencing. So we looked at that and we said, well, we don't know, so let's not pretend we do. But what I can tell you is that we're going to go somewhere as a group. Either we're going to be successful as a group, as a company, as a collective people, or I'm going to go bankrupt trying to win as a group. And we went all in. We said, look, either we're going to make it. I've filed bankruptcy before. I've been broke before. It's really not that bad. You can build it back. But we went all in. We just said, look, you guys have been loyal to us. We're going to show you this. We're going to do this and push the chips in the table. And I'm happy to say that it worked out, because I didn't have to go broke. I didn't have to go bankrupt or lose my house. But we went all in on our people.
You didn't just, here's the thing, right? Like, a lot of companies will sit still and they'll go into this hibernation mode, right? Like, I'm going to be like a deer in headlights, and I'm going to stand still, and we're going to wait this thing out, wait out the storm. But some people see it as opportunity too.
Yeah.
And so when I was watching your social media pumping, and I was watching the way that the culture was continuing to forge this, like, unbreakable strengths, so to speak. Like, your people, when they see that kind of leadership come into play where you are going for it, and there's no holding back, and there's no hibernation, and there's no kind of this safe spot, it's we're going after this, and we're going to literally take this as an opportunity to be able to create a company that's stronger than what it was even before that. I watched that unfold.
Yeah.
And so tell me what it was like as you were going through that, because it's about a year, right?
Yeah, it was like a year. Yeah.
And so as you come out of that year, honestly, not that I would ask you to be dishonest, but like, honestly, what was it like coming out of that year of that uncertainty and then becoming more certain? What was it like for your team?
Yeah.
And you guys as leaders of the business?
There was, I'd have to look at the exact numbers. We close to doubled in 2020, right? So people looked at what was happening with the pandemic and the people, and we looked at, hey, for the first time in years, these people are all going to be in front of their phones. So we went back to the basics. I was like, guys, no leads are coming in. We're going to have to drum this up. We're going to have to create our momentum in the confines of our office. So we were cold calling manually. Like, I would pull my phone up and I would dial the phone number manually to the places I wanted to work for. I'd have real conversations with the people. Nothing was about work. I was like, hey, how's it going? This is what we do. Just trying to do something so I can get a paycheck, And they're like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And we would just start talking, and eventually those relationships led to opportunities. And the opportunities led to increased value, everything hinged on us having conversations and pouring into people. And we figured that out, and we leveraged that. I mean, we rode that horse until it was broke. And that thing is still paying dividends today.
And your team sees this, so you're taking tremendous world-class leadership in leading the ship forward in an environment that's uncertain but becoming more certain because of the leadership. And your people feel more confident. They believe with conviction that you guys are on a mission to ultimately be unstoppable and
change the world.
Change the world, right?
Yeah. Our slogan's transforming lives one shovel at a time. That's what it is.
How good is that?
Yeah.
Right? How good is that?
Transforming lives one shovel at a time. So it goes both ways. We can talk about you know what, we do make things big, black, and beautiful, and they're really pop and they're really cool, but what it's really about is solving someone's problem externally, like our customer, and then teaching our people how to have budgets, how to put their lives back together, how to become responsible adults who can contribute to society and become the people that their creator made them to be, but they may not have the instruction or the knowledge in how to get there. Wow. So we've learned that the more we pour into you as an individual, the higher level output you do and the more responsible and accountable you become to the people on your left and right in your organization.
So if there was one wish that you had for the industry over the next year, pavement industry as a whole, what would be that one wish for you? It's not just a wish, because I know you guys are already unfolding that, but like what one thing?
Yeah, so I believe that the future, because the world is getting smaller through technology, I believe transparency is going to be the key to growing the industry, the trades, let's call it even the trades. If we can become more transparent as an industry where we can recruit together, like I want to help you guys recruit your people through my social media wherever you are. Like I want the industry to be more transparent about, hey, there's a lot of opportunities and you can have a life here. I think a lot of people think something different, but I want to be transparent about saying, look, we want to build you up, we want to build with you, and we want to watch you succeed, because if you succeed and I help you get your dreams, mine's a byproduct.
That's so powerful too, man. Like the marketing, you're watching a lot of companies transforming right now, like a lot of companies associated with TCS, AK, like the way that it's happening. Companies are on the digital forefront of really generating leads, but it's more than just the leads, right? It's educating the facility managers, the property managers, but also making it so attractive for new hires as well, right?
Yeah.
Making this exciting, not just about gum on asphalt.
Yeah.
Like this is exciting. Like think about this conversation right now. These conversations don't really happen in too many places, but they're happening more and more now. And you should be a part of these conversations on TCS, at the AK Roundtable, wherever it is. Join your groups and surround yourself with great people. Brother, I can't thank you enough for doing this for us as usual. We love the shares and all the love, man. Thank you so much. What's going on? We're here again on the exhibit floor. Judd Burdon here with Asphalt Kingdom. All out parking lots. Mr. Marco, what's up, buddy? Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's in the house.
We're here.
412, is 412?
That's the western half. We're 610-215.
Shit.
The eastern half.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, what do you think of the Pavement Expo? I know it's just opening up.
Just
what are you
opening
thinking?
up. Always great to come down. Always great to see all familiar faces. My 10th one. I've been coming since we first started. My business partner, Kevin Garvey. Always great to see the latest trends. Always great to just trade best business practices. Go to the classes. Check out what the latest things coming out in the market is, and Judd's always been a guy that I've always watched on social media since the beginning. I mean, you've been doing it how long now on social media? I mean,
dude, we had a chat last night. We were at what was the Public House?
Yeah.
And we had some delicious burgers over there, and we were chatting a little bit about the journey, right? Like about where we start. And we have a very similar start, like with buckets to riches, I call it, right? And so I saw photos that you had of when you first started out. And it was like a white van, an enclosed white van.
Yeah.
And it was what, a Dodge or Ford?
It was a Ford E250.
Econoline?
Yeah, Econoline. Yeah, 2003 Ford.
How much money did you start with?
We started, it was a $20,000 investment.
$20,000.
$20,000, and last year we did 12.5 as a company.
Can you imagine? That's 12.5 thousand you did last year?
No, that's not thousand, it's million. Yeah.
12.5 million. How many years in business?
This will be our 11th year. Yep, 11th year official. Kind of doing in-house work. We also do national work as well. So we service. We did up to 40 states last year as a company, taking care of our clients. It's been a great growth for sure.
So when you approached me last night while we were there at the Public House and I saw those photos, it brought back like a lot of emotion for me as well, because I remember what it was like that first moment that I went out and transacted, like the first moment that I exchanged services, like value to somebody, and they gave me money, they gave me fiat in return.
Right.
And I was like, that feeling of excitement of that very first job. Do you remember your very first job?
I do. we made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. We did a lot of friends, a lot of family first, and we always tried to do the best we could to come back and do it right. Finally, you get better every day. You just try and repetition and experience. And then we came down to shows like this. Like, we learned so much coming to this show. The first one I think was in 2012 in Nashville was the first one we went to. And ever since, we were just like, we got so much back from it, and just being able just to talk about different techniques, how to get quicker, how to get faster, what's the best machine, what's the best material to use. All that stuff those conversations are happening here at NPE, and that's why we're still coming back.
What would be the number one thing, the factor that contributed to your pivoting point in your business that allowed you to really grow? Because there had to have been a period that was very plateaued, and there was then more of a hockey stick curve.
So yeah,
that
we started mainly residential, and then we got into the commercial market. We were doing kind of both, and then we just transitioned to doing 100% commercial work and larger clients, and then basically every opportunity, whether it's big or small, we go all out for the customer. So during tough times, if that customer is asking us just to remove or replace a small pothole or a parking bumper all the way up to a mill and pave, we're going to treat it as serious as as a small or big job. Response time, obsessed with response time. So even if we don't have an update, we're giving you an update. That's one thing. We have a great team. We have about 30 employees right now. We've used over 100. We have 150 partners around the country. So we're real proud of that. We work with really great people all over the country. That's one of the best parts about it, is just being able to link up with companies that embody our values, and then just being able to help them to make money. We make money, and we get things done for our client. We take care of their needs, and it's a beautiful thing.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate your time very much, Marco. Man, I know you have all kinds of great things in store. You're just a young guy that's on a mission to change lives, I'm sure. That's really, when I think about the one team over at the Pavement Group and TCS, they kind of see everybody as the one team, right? And that's what we have a responsibility for in the industry, is to make it more attractive for hires, make it more attractive for facility managers, property managers, and ultimately make the industry a better place. And yes, I know that you're doing that, and I appreciate the relationship, and I look forward to building a long-standing relationship with you, bro.
Thanks, Judd. Thanks, man.